For security, safety, and savings, go to westernconstructionsystems.com, check your station app, or call 503-362-5052. Oregon CCV number 94222, Washington license number WEST ECS 899M8.
Honey!
I'm by the furnace, reading.
Oh, well, you're usually by the low U-factor windows.
Yeah, but this furnace and these mastic-sealed ducts are so comfortable.
Well, how about if we watch a movie next to the heat recovery ventilator?
Oh, really?
In a Northwest Energy Star home, it's the furnace, the well-insulated walls, and hundreds of other details that create real comfort. They keep energy bills low, indoor air clean, and temperatures just right. Find out more at BeMoreAtHome.com.
Hey there, it's Lars. Yeah, it's really me. Why do I sound so relaxed? Y-O-U-I-T-Y. That's right, Uity. You know your money is safe no matter what happens in the market. Uity offers annuities with you and I in mind, the safe kind. These days, it's more important to protect your nest egg, lock in your gains, and guarantee your income. Call them up today and learn more at 844-4-UITY, Y-O-U-I-T-Y. Annuities for you, the closest thing you'll find to a guaranteed pension plan. No upfront fees or fine print. You can relax and enjoy retirement with Uity.
If you're 50 plus with 50 grand or more in an expiring CD, money market, or qualified account, call 844-4-YOUITY to find safety and a solid return. That's 844-4-YOUITY. Or visit Uity.com, or just kiss your money goodbye in the next stock market crash. It's up to you. Call 844-4-YOUITY today.
Did you know that there are medical grants available for families struggling with child health-related expenses? The United Healthcare Children's Foundation is now accepting applications for the 2013 grant program. Grants up to $5,000 are available to help families who need financial assistance to pay for their child's healthcare services, treatments, or equipment not covered or not fully covered by the commercial.
Prices created, last-minute deals get done, and it's just not the way to legislate.
Congressman, do you remember fighting hard for the sequestration limits to try to bring government spending under control?
Yeah, I mean, that, but moreover, the first Ryan budget back in 2011, we took the majority, really set the blueprint for how to go cut $2 trillion out of spending. And even with this budget agreement that I supported, that we passed yesterday, it isn't the best way to put one together, but it was the alternative before us, we will be below the budget years FY16 and FY17 numbers outlined in the original Ryan budget that Republicans passed in 2011. So we've actually cut spending. We will, even with this in place, $56 billion below what Ryan's 2011 budget called for next year, and $70 billion below the Ryan budget numbers for the following year. Locked in place in law once the Senate passes it.
But, Congressman, my point is you fought hard for the sequestration limits. Doesn't this new budget deal that was Boehner's parting shot on his way out the door essentially throw away all those limits that you fought so hard?
No, I don't believe it does, because it puts in law these budget caps that are they're still below the pre-sequester spending caps. Now, remember, we didn't exactly fight for sequester itself. That was an Obama tool to put a sort of Damocles over the head of the so-called super committee that was supposed to meet and come up with a bipartisan budget tax agreement that would put us on a course to get our debt down, which we have to do. That committee failed. Sequester went into place, and it provides just sort of, you might as well take a hatchet out and go across the board. It was really doing destruction to our military and our men and women in uniform by making arbitrary cuts. You know the problem the defense budgets face. We're still at war and under threat. This agreement gives some flexibility and, moreover, 2 years worth of certainty for our Defense Department. They need that right now.
Then why lift the borrowing cap for the president and say essentially the purse is open? The constitutional authority that the founders put in the hands of the House of Representatives mostly and in the Congress generally has not been handed to the president. He can borrow what he wants over the next year and the next 14 months.
You still have budget caps in place, though, Lars, by law. The money still has to be appropriated by the Congress and signed off on by the president under the budget cap. So I don't believe what you're saying to be accurate, because you have a law net, well, once it passes the Senate signed by the president, that the agreement actually puts in place budget caps that cannot be exceeded. Now, you can't
won't spending increase next year?
What's that?
Spending is going to increase in the coming year. By how much?
spending will increase by about $80 billion. However, it is also offset fully by other cuts and reductions in other programs. So there are puts and takes, yes. But long-term, Lars, we got the first entitlement reform since 1983 in Social Security, disability, and Social Security. First time since 1983. That reduction will be at least, I believe it's $168 billion in long-term savings that go on ad infinitum. This changes law, and we get at the fraud and abuse in the Social Security SSDI fund that, by the way, goes broke at the end of about a year from now, and people who really need the help in that would get automatic by statute 19% cuts in their benefit. These are some of the most hard-hit people around. We're going to get at the fraud, get that out of the system, put Social Security on firmer footing, and the result is $168 billion over time in real hard savings.
Congressman Greg Walden is with me as part of the House leadership on the day in which Paul Ryan took office as the Speaker of the House, a job he didn't seem all that crazy about taking. How do you think he